What are you wearing?
Canadian.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis.
BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha and mahalo. I am Guy. I am the Hawaii Blues fan. I am coming to you live for game number 80 from the great state of Hawaii, the island of Oahu, and the town city of Honolulu. Just a stone's throw from Pearl Harbor. This is the one, the only BlueNote Fan Report. Let's have some fun tonight as the Blues will take on the Wild in the last of their meetings. I think this is their fourth meeting, if I'm correct, and the Wild may have the advantage on us here. Let me take a look here real quick. Kind of lost here. I lost my way. Okay, yes, this is the fourth meeting. Currently, the Wild lead 2-1-0. The Blues beat them. The Blues first faced them on December 31st at December 31st in the Enterprise Center. The Blues lost 5-2. That was a despicable loss. Hartman got the winning goal there. Then on January 8th, the Blues got a little bit of payback. Grice got a shutout, 3-0, with Brandon Saad getting the winning goal. And then on March 15th, the infamous, Marc-Andre Fleury Binnington game. The Wild win 8-5. Goleski got the winning goal. Got the winning goal. And now this is the fourth and final game. The Blues can even it up with a win in Minnesota. I thought the big game, the Grice game, was in Minnesota. It was actually in St. Louis. Wow, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that game was in St. Louis. Well, I mean, let's see what happens. I'm interested to see what happens here. I don't know. For some reason, my volume is not very good right now. I mean, I hear it in my headphones, but because I'm raising the wrong volume button, that's why. Dum, give me some gum. Who's here joining us today? We have Brad Pond. So what's happening with the Blues backup goalies? Okay, that's not a bad question. So Thomas Grice had a lower body injury that required surgery. He is done for the season. Hoffer is the number one goalie for Springfield, and they brought up Zinchenko, which is the Russian goalie that I said look out for during the preseason. I don't think that he will get a start. He's not getting a start tonight. He will get a start in one of the two games against Dallas. I'm almost certain. They're back-to-back, home and home. I can see him getting a start, maybe the away game. I see him getting the away game. I don't see him getting the home game. Right? Jason Nichols says in lower league playoffs. I'm not sure what he's talking about there. But who's here? Come on, let's hear from you guys. I need to hear from you. I want to hear your voices. I want to hear you loud and clear in the chat room. Big old thank you to number one, the man, the myth, and the legend, Anthony Stewart. He was the first one to throw that thumb in the air today, along with Jason Nichols, Brad Pond, and Marianne Holmes. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Jason. How are you? It's going to be an interesting game tonight, no matter what. First of all, Minnesota is fighting for playoff positioning. I think they still have a chance to win the division. Give me a moment and see if I can pull that up here. I had standings up earlier. I was looking at them, and I want to make sure. I think that where they're at right now, they could still win the division. They are at 98 points with 4 games to go. Dallas has 102 points with 3 games to go. And Colorado has 100 points with 5 games to go. So, I mean, there's a chance. Minnesota can do it. They're fighting. Both of Dallas's games are going to, when we play Dallas next week, they're going to mean something, or at least they should. I don't think anybody wants to face Colorado, to be honest. And Colorado getting 100 points surprises the crap out of me. I didn't think they would, but they did. Right? Good on them. In Pacific, Vegas. Vegas is right there, man. They've got 107 points. They've got 2 games left. Edmonton has 105 points with 2 games left. And the Kings have 100 points with 3 games left. The Kings are basically, I mean, the Kings can't get first. Vegas is first or second with Edmonton in there. For the wild card, Seattle is clinched. They're in no matter what. And the last wild card spot, the spot that is open, is between Winnipeg and Nashville and Calgary. Winnipeg at 89 points. Calgary also at 89 points. Winnipeg has a game in hand, and Nashville at 88 with a game in hand on Calgary. Right? We know the Blues are eliminated. They're at 81 points. Think about this. They cannot get to 89. They have 3 games left, 6 points. They win those 3. That's 87 points. They had 109 last year. That's a minimum of a 22-point drop. All right, if I got that right, a 32-point drop. 80, 87, 97, 07. No, 22-point drop. 22-point drop. That's incredible. That's incredible. And Boston is on the edge of setting the record for the most points in the league. They're like a 20-point. I have to look at it, but they're going to be like 21, 22-point increase. That's what Montgomery is, a 40-point difference, right? That's what it looks to me. That, I mean, Montgomery's the no matter what, coach of the year. There's nothing that can take that away from him, right? Jason says Dallas is scary. Ben was just destroying the Golden Knights. Currently sitting in the Civic Center in Peoria, about to watch the Rivermen play the last game of the season. Rivermen aren't even in the AHL anymore. They're in like the ECHL, which is a league down, right? I don't even know who they're affiliated with. I know they're not affiliated with the Blues anymore. Jason says the Thrills back tonight. Boston plays the Tide, the 62-game win record tonight, but they play the Devils. I still think they can do it. I mean, I absolutely think they're going to do it. I think they're going to get the most wins. And I think they're going to get the most one of the Canadian teams has that record for most points, believe it or not. Oh, man, where is everybody tonight? I guess I'm not the thrill of the evening, so. Southern Professional Hockey League, and unfortunately affiliated with the Hawks. But the people here remember the history and see a lot of Blues jerseys. I could see that. Chicago Wolves are a joke of a franchise. You know what, Wendy? I disagree with that. I really do. I think that they're a smart franchise. And I'll tell you what. Here's something that, and I put this in another group, and it didn't gain any traction. Actually, Wendy, how about you come on and we talk about this? I have a hot take, and I want to see what you think. Let me throw you an invite. Let me throw you an invite. I mean, nobody else is really paying attention to me, so why not let Wendy come on and talk? There you go, Wendy. Throw you the invite, bud. I can't. What happened with Matt Murray in Toronto? I don't know, Marianne. My hot take is this. I think that the Wolves, I mean, they started as an independent franchise, and they've pretty much been one. I mean, I know they've had some affiliations, but they don't stick to those affiliations. They really don't. They are absolutely a team that sits there and says, that's not where I'm at. I honestly don't know. I haven't heard from her in a couple of days. I hope everything's okay. I sent something to her. We'll see. I don't know. I like watching Rockford and Chicago while Pierre was in the AHL. Great games to watch, I'm pretty sure. I guess Murray's got a concussion. Yeah, bad timing for him. Especially Toronto's going to need him in the playoffs. But, ouch, that hurts. That hurts. Might not be picking them to win the. Well, I wasn't gonna pick them to win the cup. I think Boston's. I'm honest with everybody. I really, really do. I don't know why. For some reason today, my mic does not sound too hot in my ears. Not at all. And you might be getting some of that buzz from before. I know it was gone, but looks like it might be back. I'm starting to hear it just a little bit. I got to get a new mic. For next season, I will, definitely. Where are we at? So, I was thinking that if the NHL truly wants to expand, the way to do it isn't the way everybody thinks, right? I think the way that the NHL expands, oh, I don't, bud. I don't at all. I think the way they expand is they go to the Wolves ownership and say, hey, here's 3 cities. Which one do you want? Because, I mean, that's a management that I think thinks like an NHL franchise while playing in the minor leagues. And I think that if they can come up with the money, I think that it would absolutely do it. I think the franchise fee is something that would have to be paid out over, a period of years. Maybe 10 years. But I think it is something that the league would relish. I really do. And they are an ownership that's going there. They're an ownership they're an ownership that I think could move into a city that is not hockey related and do well. They have done well down in southern Chicago, right? And the Rosemont Center. They're not there. They're not in Chicago. They are way down south. I mean, they're 30 miles, 35 miles away from downtown. They've got enough distance. I mean, now I don't think that you should put another team in Chicago. I do not, and I don't think I don't think that the Blackhawks would let them. But if you want to find a team out east, this is, I mean, here, and not only that, you've got a team with guys that are ready to go. Now, the way I would do expansion with them is different. I would only do expansion. You get the pick from the teams that didn't make the play or made the playoffs, not the teams that didn't. The teams that didn't make the playoffs, you can't touch them, but because they've got a team. They have a team right now that is probably a few tweaks away from being NHL ready. And we've seen that. So that's the thing that I think there, that's my hot take. All right, that'd be next year. Hopefully with the Blues next year. At least that's what I think they're talking about. They're doing an interview with Snuggerud. Where is everybody today? Only 4 people watching. Wow. I'm watching this interview with him. I think he's going to do 1 more year in college. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I didn't expect this. Hello, Wendy.
Yep.
So, did you hear my hot take?
No.
I know you're probably not going to like it, but to me, I look at the Wolves, and I said this in one of my group chats, and it really didn't. If the NHL wants to expand, that's where I'd look. I'd go to the Wolves ownership. Hold on. I'd go to the Wolves ownership. I'd give them a list of 3 eastern cities and say, pick one. And then I'd let them do the payment over like a 10-year period because it's $1 billion, right?
Why East?
Huh?
Why at Eastern?
They're overloaded in the West.
It's the same amount of teams on each side.
It is?
Yeah. 16 and 16 on each conference.
Well, where would you put them then? Where would you put a new team?
A city I would say is Houston needs to be in the conversation.
Okay.
If you do Houston, you'll have to expand a team in the East, and then I will say Quebec, just because of the fact they already have an arena built ready for an NHL team, just they don't have the ownership group. Houston's the same way. They have an arena built, and they have a guy who wants a team, but the NHL is not doing an expansion. And I don't think another expansion is coming in a long time.
I think they'll expand sooner rather than later. They're going to have to.
They don't have to.
No, they do.
Why?
The TV money, the lost TV money, that lost revenue, that's the only, how else do you make it up? You bring in two expansion team, that's $2 billion. With a B, $2 billion. And you talk about ownership group, you got one. You take the Chicago Wolves, you take their ownership group, and you say, go up to Quebec.
I don't think
Right?
the Chicago Wolves have the money to do an NHL team.
You don't think they do, or you think they do?
I don't. That's why they're
You
an
know,
AHL franchise.
they are an AHL franchise, but they have an NHL mindset.
They may have an NHL mindset, but I just don't see them as a quality team to be looked at as a NHL expansion.
Well, here's how I do expansion with them. I would do the expansion a little different, right? I would do expansion because they've operated, believe it or not, even though they've had some affiliations, they've always operated as an independent.
Oh, I know
Right?
that.
Okay, so they have guys, they have NHL ready guys pretty much throughout their lineup. You do expansion with them, you only give them 16 players, and they're from the teams that made the playoffs. So each playoff team loses one guy.
I see where you're coming from, but I just don't see it ever happening.
Not only that, they are able to maintain their minor league team in Chicago. So they're their own affiliation. Right?
Okay.
And if you give them 10 years to pay that fee, $100 million a year, I think, and especially up in Quebec, oh, they'll make that money. They'll make that money without even thinking about it.
I just don't see it at all feasible with that organization to be viewed as for potential ownership into the NHL, because I think the NHL owners don't even like working with the guy who owns the Wolves.
That might be exactly what they need. That might be exactly what they need. There is, and I've talked about this, there is a very antiquated mindset in the NHL, and I think it's killing the NHL. I think it's killing it's in the GMs, it's in the coaching, it's in, New York, it's in Toronto, it's all out. And I think it's killing the league. I think that they need this new blood, new ownership. They need a guy like Ryan Reynolds or somebody like that to come in. They need a Mark Cuban.
And I think we'll see Ryan Reynolds be a minority owner of the Ottawa Senators soon. I don't think the NHL wants any ownership other than Ryan Reynolds' ownership group to come in and take over as the Ottawa Senators, just because they know what Ryan Reynolds is going to bring to that organization and what that's going to bring to the NHL. Because I will say this, I would be 95% sure Ryan Reynolds brings in what he did with Welcome to Rexman, with his Rexman AFC team for soccer, by doing a docu-series like that for the Ottawa Senators and call it like Welcome to Ottawa or something similar.
Well, not only that, look what he did with Mint Mobile. He bought Mint Mobile and he's turning them into
he sold Mint Mobile and now he's a billionaire.
Right? No, he still owns a Mint Mobile, doesn't he?
No, he sold them about a month ago.
Oh, he's still doing commercials for him.
He's still part of the Mint Mobile
ownership
group, but does not own them anymore. He sold the company to T-Mobile. Now he's a billionaire.
Yeah, so I think that now the reason I say this, and now you might remember this, and you look at and it's Ryan Reynolds, not Mark Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan
look
Reynolds.
at what Mark Cuban did to the NBA.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban came into the NBA and none of the owners wanted him. None of them. They didn't want the high-tech money. They didn't want that money. They thought he was not going to be able to sustain, right? Because he owned not Direct TV, but the HD TV. HD channels, he owned all those. Right? He started that. And he went and did other things, but he started that. And he ended up buying the Mavs, and they didn't want him in there. And he came in and he shook up the ownership, showed how to do it. He got players to come to Dallas, when players wouldn't come to Dallas, he changed the mindset of the ownership groups. And you need that in the NHL. If the NHL is going to make money, they need to change their mindset over. Right? And that's why I think that you take an ownership group like the Wolves, where I know you say no one wants to work with them and all this, but you know what? That type of rogue mentality is exactly what the NHL needs.
I'm just going to I wonder about who the hell is going to be the AHL affiliate for the Carolina Hurricanes now.
They're gonna have to pull something. They're gonna have to team up with somebody because there's no other team going into the AHL.
Yeah, there's no teams that are. Every team's filled, and then there's the Chicago Wolves that don't have an affiliate. That's the question. I wonder what's going to happen.
Well, I'm guessing that they'll come up with some deal where they can, lease the players or whatever.
I guess, but I don't think that the fact that the Chicago Wolves won the Calder Cup last year with all the Hurricanes prospects on it, it's kind of weird to say that the Hurricanes, who once were affiliated with the Charlotte Checkers, and the Checkers still use Hurricane uniforms, they're now affiliated with the Florida Panthers.
I think you may get something like what happened with Springfield. Springfield was at ECHL, and they ended up coming into the AHL.
And they might have to look into ECHL promotion, maybe the Norfolk Admirals, because I know the Hurricanes now are affiliates with them in the ECHL. Maybe they promote Norfolk back into the NHL. Not NHL, the AHL.
You could also bring Peoria back.
I don't think Peoria is going to ever come back into the AHL.
Was that a bad divorce? I don't know. I mean,
it was a bad divorce.
Who was it on? The team or the league?
Both.
Both? I don't know enough. I'm honestly, I don't know enough.
But Norfolk once was a AHL affiliate. They used to be the affiliate to the Blackhawks. Then the Blackhawks were got their affiliate with the Ice Hogs, and now the Ice Hogs are owned by the Blackhawks.
I thought that the Admirals at one time were the Rangers affiliate.
No, Norfolk was affiliate with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and then Tampa changed to the Syracuse.
I'm going back to when I was in Norfolk from 88 to 90. And I'm pretty sure during that period that they were attached to like the Rangers or something.
Maybe during the IHL.
I'd have to look it up. Now you got me curious.
But I guarantee you, if Norfolk got promoted, they will have to change their name.
Why?
Because there's already an Admirals in the AHL.
Then I don't see them doing that because their name makes sense.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Admirals are in the AHL already, and then Norfolk. If you have the Norfolk Admirals, having two Admirals in the AHL is that will be kind of weird.
I'm looking them up now, bud. Because I'm pretty sure they're in the ECHL right now, correct?
Yeah. But yeah, they used to be the Blackhawks AHL affiliate before the Ice Hogs.
I know that, but I want to say that before that, I mean, I'm going back a lot longer than you. That they were. Oh man, let's see here. The Admirals replaced the American Hockey League team of the same name, which played from 2000 to 2015, after which they moved to San Diego.
Yep.
And became the Gulls.
Yeah, I forgot they moved out to they became the San Diego Gulls, and then a new organization.
So it's an
came.
absolute complete new one. So if
Yeah.
I go, are the former. I'm trying to see. I know. I'm trying to find out if I can figure out what their affiliates were back in the day, but it's not. It's not showing the older what they were before. I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure like when they for a while they were affiliated with somebody big. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They were affiliated with the Ducks in 2015.
Yeah, and then they moved them out to San Diego.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know. I have to go back and look. Oh, this is the final Bally Sports Midwest game of the season. I don't know. Were the last two games? I guess one of them's a TNT game, and maybe they both will be. They play Wednesday and Thursday. The Blues do.
What is St. Louis going to do if Bally goes out, like blackout?
My guess is both the Cardinals and the Blues are going to lose because they're both on Bally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Bally blacks out. I think they're too big. They're almost like an airline. They're too big to go under. I think that they get some federal assistance.
I don't think they'll get federal assistance. You don't see TV networks get federal assistance. The airline industry is a completely different thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's possible. I don't know enough about the situation. I would think that KPLR 11 or Channel 30. I don't know. Is Channel 30 still even in St. Louis?
For ABC.
Oh, they're the ABC. That's the ABC channel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because Channel 2 is now Fox, right?
Yeah.
30, because didn't Channel 30 used to be...
It's always been ABC from what I know of.
Oh, no. They used to be independent, my friend. I think you got to understand what bankruptcy means. Bankruptcy doesn't mean you stop operating. It means you stop your creditors from coming and getting money. Right? KD&L? Is that what they were? KD&L? Is that what Channel 30 is now? Because Channel 11 was KPLR, if I remember right. I remember watching hockey on Channel 11 and soccer on Channel 30. And Channel 30 was a UHF channel. You had to use the second row. Right? Yeah, I've been around a while. Right? Wendy, I used to have a 12-inch black and white TV with a single earplug in it.
Mm.
That's how I watched hockey games. Right? KPLR hockey, Three Stooges. Yeah, KPLR had Dante's Inferno. Man, I hope you had fun in St. Louis. You guys should. I wish you guys could have stayed for the Rangers game. Right? I really do, but I know you had to drive back. Welcome to the show, bud. Ain't nobody watching us today. I got 5 people watching. Yay me, right? Blues are out of it. No one cares. I mean, it is what it is. You just take it for what it's worth. I still think that I think you go to a local affiliate. I mean, and some of those local affiliates, now they're not going to pay as much, but
I think what we'll start seeing is now local streaming services.
I could see. I tell you what I would do if I was the NHL. I would change my agreement with ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I would go to ESPN and kind of adjust for the teams that don't have like. Here's the thing, right? You got to remember the TV and all that. That's not. It wasn't Bally Sports that did the TV. That was Blues production, St. Louis Blues production, right? So they bought the. I could see ESPN buying that, and what I'd like to see the NHL Network do is take over all the streaming of the hockey games and put them back on NHL.tv in association with ESPN.
Yeah.
And take the blackout away.
The blackout situation is the dumbest thing. Luckily, I don't have to worry about it unless when the Blackhawks come to St. Louis to play, I always have to throw a VPN on to some other city to be able to watch the games. So that's the one time I have to use a VPN to watch games anyways. But the blackout situation is the dumbest thing.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Well, see, because of where I live, even if I change VPNs, I'm not allowed. I'm in such a screwed up market, right? So Bally Sports, you have to have Bally Sports Midwest in order to watch the games.
Yeah.
Right, and even if I go to a VPN, I'm still not, because I live here, and my spectrum is here. That's what I'm going to have to watch.
Okay.
Oh, I do too, right? I get center ice here. My problem with center ice is the delay. The delay is ridiculous. It's a 2.5 minute delay.
I used to have center ice, and I did not have a single delay at any point when I had center ice.
I have a 2.5. This season, before this season, I didn't. It was close, right? This season, I'm on a 2. It's almost like they're streaming it because I'm on a 2 minute delay.
They probably are.
2.5 minute delay instead of having it direct up.
They're probably using the ESPN Plus streaming and then just put it right to center ice.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happening, and that's my issue with it is I don't mind center ice. I just don't like the 2 minute delay. I mean, I get the Twitter update. I know the goal got scored long before the goal gets scored, right?
Luckily, I don't have a delay when I'm watching through the ESPN.
You know what, Dante? I'm on cable, and it's a 2.5 minute delay. I can show the difference. Well, for me, it's a 2.5 minute delay.
Maybe it's because you're in Hawaii and they are having maybe it's something causing it.
Possible. Well, we just had face off. You guys play today?
Yeah, we play at 9.
9. Who do you got?
Seattle.
Seattle. Ooh. Well, Seattle's pretty much locked into their position.
Yeah, they're going to be the first wild card. Wait, are they in wild card or are they actually in a
wild card? They could move up.
Yeah, they're pretty much locked in at the wild card position, and the Hawks are in a 3-way tie for 32nd in the league.
Yeah, that's going to come down to regulation wins.
Yeah.
That's absolutely going to come down to that.
Yeah, Seattle basically, they're 4 points out from third in the Pacific. They're basically locked in at the first wild card.
Yeah, and I think somebody's got a couple of games in hand on them, too. Colorado, I don't know how Colorado got the schedule they got. I mean, they got the easiest freaking schedule. I mean, they have 4 games in hand down the stretch. How does that happen? 3 games in hand down the stretch. They still have 5 games to play. They still have 5 games to play. And a lot of people go, oh, well, no, that benefits them.
I believe they had a game that had to be rescheduled.
Not sure. They may have.
There were 2 games this year that had to be rescheduled till Friday? Till Friday, because I know the Blue Jackets and Sabres, they had a game that got postponed till pretty much after the regular season's over, technically. So Columbus and the Sabres played one more game on.
And the Avalanche and the Predators, so they're playing on Friday, and I think the Predators won.
I believe those were both like postponed games.
Yeah, and I think the Predators game was postponed due to like a water main break in the arena.
That's why I think it was. So that's why I know for sure those are the reason why there's like games on the day where it wasn't even supposed to have games played.
Yeah, and I think the Columbus one was a snow. I think Columbus was supposed to be in Buffalo.
Columbus was supposed to be. No, it was the other way around. Buffalo was supposed to be in Columbus, but
they couldn't
Buffalo
get out
was
of
not.
Buffalo. They couldn't get out of Buffalo.
Yeah, they could not get out of Buffalo.
There we go.
That's what it was.
And that might have been with. I'm pretty sure the Colorado one was a water main break.
It was either a water main break or something else caused it, because I know there was 2 postponed games this season.
Mismanagement, bud. They overpaid for their licensings. They absolutely overpaid for it, and they're getting, the betting hasn't done what they thought it would. Right
here, I'm wondering what's going to happen when with NBC Sports Chicago after next season, because that's their contract's up after next season. But I'm willing to bet there's going to be a re-up in the contract, because if I remember correctly, the Wirtz family own like a big percentage in the stakes at NBC Sports Chicago.
I could see that. Oh, that was close. Way to go. Glad he just saved a goal.
It feels like the NBC Sports affiliates for regional TV actually has the most stability compared to like Bally and.
They do, but they took over Sportsnet, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they took over Sportsnet. Because that's what it used to be in Chicago. Back in the 80s, it was Sportsnet. They were on Sportsnet. That was Sportsnet was supposed to be the one to face off against ESPN, but it never did. It never caught on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very local. It wasn't even regional. It was very local.
I remember before it changed to NBC Sports, it was Comcast Sports Network.
Comcast, and before that, it was Sportsnet.
Okay.
Right? It was Sportsnet. I'm like dead certain, because I remember watching the games on Sportsnet on pirated cable on my barracks room. So I remember that. Where are we at here? I want to talk to you about this. So while you're here and while we're watching this game, I want to bring this up, right? I want to bring up the game, the last time that the Minnesotas faced St. Louis, and it was in St. Louis. I thought it was in Minnesota, to be honest with you. And that was the game where Hartman and Binnington had their issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Later, Hartman comes out and says, I absolutely did all that on purpose, and I went up to the referee and told him, Binnington's going to get a penalty here. You just watch. I'm going to make it happen. Does that change how any of that went down for you?
I don't think so, because I did not even see any reports from that being said.
Oh, no. It's out there. He said it in an interview. He said it in an absolute interview. Right? I brought it up and I got flame sprayed by some of my own fans saying that it was I felt Hartman and Hartman had done this. Hartman did it 2 games later to another goalie. Right? My issue, Binnington took the brunt of it. My issue is Binnington should have taken none of it. When Hartman tells a referee Binnington's going to get a penalty, just watch. And he was harping on Binnington on purpose. I get the harping, but he took it too far.
I think Hartman basically was, if he was saying something to the ref like Binnington's going to get a penalty, just watch, it's mainly because Binnington, after giving up 4 goals, he tends to lose his mind.
But it was Hartman that went up and hit Binnington. If it had been anybody else that hit Binnington and he went ballistic, I'd have been absolutely, you're right. The fact that Hartman, before he went and hit Binnington, told the ref that Binnington was going to get a penalty. Blue score.
I mean, I'm still a Ryan Hartman fan anyways.
He's one of the he's in the same boat as Binnington.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's even dirtier player. Binnington's not a dirty player. Hartman is dirty.
Hartman doesn't have a single suspension in his career.
Are you sure about that?
I do. I am sure about that because I'm a Hartman fan. I watch Hartman.
Okay.
And Ryan Hartman.
He should have gotten suspended for the Binnington thing. The fact that he went to the referee and told the referee that Binnington was going to get
that stick right there,
yeah.
That came from Ryan Hartman.
Oh, cool. I'm not sure if Blaze tipped it or not. He may have. Right? Hartman did it to another goalie a couple nights later.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, he got I can't remember. I want to say it was the Kings goalie, but he got or the Sharks goalie. He got another goalie upset. Now there's one thing with chirping. I get chirping. Right? But when you start physically doing something, then you have the issue, and that's where I was. I felt Hartman was the bully, and everyone, like a couple of the guys on here, started saying, well, no, it was up to the referees to do something about it. That's like blaming the teacher. Here's the bully. He's doing it, and it's the teacher's fault for not stopping it, not the bully. And then Binnington goes and retaliates or stands up for himself, and then everyone blames Binnington for standing up for himself. That's how I took it.
I see where you're coming from, but I still don't think it's what you're thinking. Because I know how everyone knows what happens with Binnington after he gives up 4 or 5 goals.
No. Binnington has never physically hit another player before.
But he still loses his mind.
After players, he's never physically hit. This is the first time that he physically hits a player. And why does he physically hit a player? Because he got hit. He stood up for himself. So I'm going to take that Binnington. See? Hartman was suspended. I thought so. That might be a recent suspension, though. Is that recent, Ashley? And hey, how you doing, Ash? Are you okay? I've been worried about you.
I know he's been fined a couple of times because he flipped off Evander Kane, which, honestly, if you flip off...
Binnington has never been fined or suspended before. The two
I just know the only fine... I just knew about the fine that Hartman had, and the suspension from Hartman came 5 years ago.
Okay, I knew he'd been suspended.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it still doesn't matter. He has a history.
It's
and you're
technically
going back
off
5 years. He has a history that's 5 years old. So he's continued to do things.
Hartman is a player that does get under
players. One of those players that does dirty things.
He doesn't do dirty things. He just gets under players' skin. That's how Hartman is. He's always been one that gets under players' skin. His NHL debut, I remember it vividly because he was a former Blackhawk and he made his debut as a Blackhawk. First 10 seconds into play of his NHL career, he jumped onto the ice, came skating out, Hawks in the offensive zone. They just lose the puck to a defender of the Devils. I believe it was Andy Green at the time. And Hartman on the ice lays Andy Green right out. Because it was a clean hit. He knows how to play on an edge. He's a pesky player, that's for sure.
Right now, they're just giving him an assist on that, I think. I don't know if they gave him the goal or not. I got to look at it here in a second. Let me see here. Event in the game summary. Oh, man, my mouse is acting stupid now.
I just can't wait to be at the United Center this Thursday.
Is that the last home game?
Last game of the season.
Yeah, it was. Blaze got the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze from Falk and Varna.
Yeah, it's the last game for the Blackhawks of the season and potentially for his career.
Oh, for Tay's career? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the rumor was that he was going to try and suit up for that.
Oh, he already stated he's playing the remainder of the games of this season. He's played in the last like 3 games so far, and he just yesterday during practice he basically went to the media and said he intends to play every game remaining of this season, and after that we'll start seeing rumors that he's probably going to announce retirement, or if he wants.
What do you think? Do you think Kane comes back?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I will say this. I expect Patrick Kane to sign with the Buffalo Sabres this offseason.
Oh, I can't see that.
I can.
Why?
Buffalo is a young and upcoming team who next year I could see make the playoffs without any problem. They have the goaltending, they have the offense, they even have the defense.
They don't have the ownership and they don't have the coaching.
They have the will. They have good coaching. Don Granado is a good coach. And he actually was an assistant coach with the Blackhawks in the Coach Q era.
He'd have to take a huge pay cut to go to Buffalo.
I don't think he would. I don't think Buffalo's not afraid to pay players anymore.
Yeah, they are. They look at their they hire. Whoa. So I got to stop you there. They have three guys on their active roster that will never put a uniform on. They were on LTIR when they traded for him, or they took him off LTIR just to get to the salary floor. They are not going over the salary floor.
They're going over the salary cap floor next season. This offseason, because look at all their young players who have new contracts already in play. Because Tage Thompson just signed a big contract extension before this career season.
Right now, they're at 65-3. They're right at the floor.
They're going to pay. Trust me. I see the Buffalo Sabres paying up this offseason. And want to know why I think Patrick Kane ends up in Buffalo? I think he sees where he's at in his career and views it as where Marian Hossa was at in his career when Hossa signed with the Blackhawks. Because at the time...
I'm pulling him up. Hold on. Next season, right now, they're at, without even, they're at the minimum right now. Right? They're at 68-8 right now, which I think is the minimum for next season.
Okay.
I don't see them adding any, but I don't see them adding money.
I do. I honestly do, because they are a team that knows they're on the verge of making playoff hockey for the first time in a long time. They're, in my opinion, the Buffalo Sabres next year will be a Stanley Cup playoff team.
But we'll see what they do in the offseason. I just don't see this team spending money.
I do, and the reason why I think they signed Patrick Kane is the fact they get the Buffalo native and Patrick Kane, They get that leadership quality from Patrick Kane, who knows how to go far during seasons and into playoff hockey, that can spread down to the younger players like Tage Thompson, like Peyton Krebs. They have the young talent that has that core put together. If they get a player like Patrick Kane in that roster, which I can see happening.
If they let Kyle Opesco go, then I could see him getting Kane for
I
7.5,
honestly think
8.
Oposo ends up leaving. I think isn't his contract up after this year?
Oh, that sucked. Binnington just screwed something over bad. Wow. Short-handed goal. The Blues give up another short-handed goal. Wow.
But isn't Oposo's contract almost up this year?
It is.
Isn't it up this year? Yeah, I don't think they're going to re-sign him. I think that, yeah, they won't re-sign Oposo unless they want to sign him to a league minimum deal, because at this point in his career,
Binnington almost. Actually, that was a good play by Binnington. He almost got in there. He probably should have stayed back. I can't figure out who got the puck got stolen off of, but Binnington almost stole that puck. Oh, it was Hartman too. Looks like that was Hartman that scored that.
Hartsy's good at the shorthanded unit.
Huh?
Hartman's good at the shorthanded unit.
Hold on a sec. I'm talking to you, and I'm like kind of watching the game out of the side of my eye. Oh, it's 2-1. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, they just scored again. Oh, wow. Another two back-to-back shorthanded goals. Bennington's lost it. I don't know what's happening, but you got to take a timeout now. Wow, that's bad. Yeah, it was Hartman that scored that one, and then same play. Hartman stole this one. Wow. Bennington
Hartman
had no
going
chance.
for a hat trick tonight.
No, he got the assist on that one.
Oh, okay.
He got the assist, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is going down here really, really fast. What was a slew foot? What was a slew foot, Matt Lowe? Wow, that's just so bad. Oh, another stolen puck. 3-on-2. I didn't get through. I don't think that was a dumbass play. I think on that one-on-one, I think it was the right move. You got to remember, Hartman wasn't at the puck yet. If he waits and lets Hartman get that puck, Hartman has the advantage. I don't think that was as bad of a play as you think it was. Right? I really don't. I think that you got to look at it differently. Okay, I didn't see it, bud.
Oh, good. The Ducks got a point tonight. The Ducks got a point in overtime versus the Coyotes. Good. As you could tell, I'm keeping an eye on the tank standings.
Yeah. Hey guys, I got to make a phone call real quick. I'll be back. Wendy, I'll see you at the intermission, okay, bud?
Okay.
I disagree, Aaron. You have to look at the entire play, bud. I do agree with that, Matlow. I do agree, but I think coming out to get the puck was the right play, and the reason I say that is because Hartman wasn't there yet. If Hartman gets that puck, ouch! Wow, he goal post. I thought that went in. If you let him get that puck with all that speed, at that point, it's going in the back of the net. So you got to take that choice. Pisses everybody off. Oh, Pitlick almost jammed one in. They get 1 point. That will guarantee a 500 season. Wow, the fastest the Blues have ever allowed two shorthanded goals is 17 seconds, and that was in 1992 against the North Stars. Yeah, I thought it was the right play. I mean, I know everyone's going to look at it because of what the result was. Oh, Binnington. But if you look at the whole play, it's the right move. They can't. The Blues don't know where the front of the net is, Ryan. They do not know where the front of the net is, and they haven't all season. All right. Sorry about that, guys. My daughter had something that she had to talk to me about, so I had to go off for a little bit. You know, family first. Right? Blues 17 shots to 8, and they're being beaten 2-1. Two shorthanded goals. That's pretty bad. I'm breathing air. That's about all I can say there, Bob. Thank you for the video you sent. I appreciate that. Tell you what, now that Chase is getting old enough for next season, we need a new Let's Go Blues, Bleeding Blue at You video for the boys. Right? I want to do, you know what I would like to start doing, right? Buddhists do not celebrate Easter. Really, my religion only has one holiday, and that's New Year's. You know, and I still, you know, I follow holidays. Easter's never been a big holiday with me, never. Right? Even as a kid, it wasn't that big of a holiday. I kind of lost the feeling for Easter a long time back. Just being honest with you guys. Just being honest with you. Right. Rough first period. Blues should be leading this period 1-0 or 2-0, and instead they're down 2-1. We'll get it there. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm sorry, that first one I don't put. I'm Binnington made the right play. I will stand by that. Right, and Hanger said it. You know, the Blues, the entry, and this is the thing. It's been this choreographed all season. I'm surprised it took this long to bite us in the ass. Hartman did it. I would want to win these 3 games to show top teams don't care about that. They really don't. Right? They really don't. I could see that, Ryan. I mean, fan base might, but I'm still going on what to me. I'm looking. I'm taking to heart what Armstrong said. Right. I think you're going to be extremely disappointed. Really extremely disappointed. And to be honest, there's a chance I could be at draft day. There's a chance. I'm not saying a good one, but I gotta figure some things out. When is this year's draft? About what, next year, this not being a 1-year thing, this not being something that we're going to come back next year and be this great. I think that he's going to sell off pieces. I think that they're going to be in a full-on rebuild next year, that there's no expectation whatsoever. I can't wait to see this movie. I didn't realize it came out this weekend. I might have to go see it tomorrow. The Air movie, which is about the Air Jordan. I really want to see that. No, I'm taking him to heart on that. I really am. I think that that's what the plan is, and I think that's the way the plan's going to work out. But he's got to do something at the coaching level, right? Because it's obvious that these guys are so confused. Matlow, I don't. Who? Look at the no trade clauses. I'll tell you what, guys almost never give up their no trade clauses on draft day. I'd be hard pressed to find a guy with a no trade clause that got traded on draft day. Actually, 11th worst. You can only move up 10 positions. So you got to be 10th, the only one that you can move up to number 1. Right? I don't think from 11 that you can move up to number 1. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can. Right? And I don't think we're getting Bedard. I don't think the NHL is ever going to allow the Blues to be number 1 overall again. Right? At least that's my opinion. Right? Quite possible. I just don't buy it. Again, it comes up, Matlow. I say that. I'm going to listen to Jamie here for a second. I just don't remember players with a no trade unless they were disgruntled, right? I know it said you could move up 10 spots, but I don't think that No, I'm a little iffy on that one, so I got to figure it out, AC. I know technically you're right. Oh, Binnington just missed it. I thought that play was right on. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, Binnington just was late to the puck, but it was the right move. Well, it's because the Blues all year long have done the exact same thing. They've never changed up. That's coaching to me, right? And I'm going to stick with that. Oh, no, I believe they will be full on crap next year. I absolutely believe they'll be full on crap. I'm not that much of a pessimist, bud. I'm not. I'm going on. I'm listening to what Armstrong said, and I'm going, okay, you know, this is the way you are. This is what you say, and this is what I expect. Am I a pessimist? I'm going to ask you guys. The few of you that are watching me, am I a pessimist? As I say, a pessimistic thing. My ice all melted on me. Da 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 da. Bum 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 bum. Oh, where are we at? No one wants to say because you'll block them for hate crime. Demon are the most likely to move is Scandella. Um, yeah, he is is it 7 or is it 17? Uh, that's how I put it. I don't even think they'll be a French team next year. I think they'll be in the bottom 10 again. I thought Scandella had more teams than that. I thought it was like I want to say it was like in the teens. I'm going to look it up just to make sure. Seven-team no trade list. Okay, I was wrong. I knew he had something there, and everybody else has for next season has full no trades, right? Falk full no trade till 2025. Same thing with Krug. Pareko till 2028. Letty till 2025. So yeah, I don't see any of them waiving it. None of them. I don't see any of them waiving that. Really, I don't. right? That's how I see it. You're a pessimist, like I'm a walking heart attack waiting for it to happen. I'm not sure where that goes or goes. Power play needs to stop being cute. Power play needs to be. It's not cute. That wasn't cute. It needs to stop being what's the word I'm looking for? Shit. Obvious, right? They know what they're gonna do. Everyone knows what they're saying. They're so obvious. It's not even funny. I'd rather them be cute. If they were cute, they wouldn't get the puck picked off like that. Possible, predictable. That's the word I'm looking for. Yep, predictable. Thank you. There you go, Ryan. So, yeah. No, it's too predictable, and that's where that's obvious, right? Agree. They don't enter with speed. They don't enter with consistency. They don't enter with pressure. They don't have. Oh, I hate this T-Mobile commercials. Really, really do. Hey, big thank you to Marianne listener, Erickson Krieger, Gary Thatcher, Ty Dieterman, Ashley Doan, Gloria Sieper, Tammy Pemberton, Marianne Holmes, and one or two more. Anthony Stewart and Jason Nichols. Brad Pond, thank you so much, bud. Thank you so much. No, they do not enter with teammates. That is a true statement, too. Oh, City plays tonight. Hopefully they can do it. Cards winning 6-0. Thank you, Danny. Danny Johnson, who hasn't put his thumb in the air because he don't care. Trying to have fun, guys. Trying to have fun. We had Wendy on earlier. Their game's getting ready to start, so that's why he's going to disappear. But I appreciated him while he was here. My daughter is fine, by the way, so no issues there. I know Shockey said he couldn't be with us today. Could be. Could be. I think that you're not far off. I don't think you're that far off, to be honest with you. Cards are still winning. How did Jackson win a $20 bill off you? You got to tell me that. How did I got to hear that story? How did my boy Jackson win a $20 bill off you? What did he do? I got to hear that story. I absolutely got to hear that story. Now, I may pull out for the first part of the second period. I do, Ryan. I pay attention to a lot of the sports. I pay attention to baseball. Gophers are on the board. I was doing a baseball pop fly drill where they can catch it, then throw the ball 30 yards into a basket. Weren't even close when it was $1. Then it went up to 20. Oh, I gotta find that. Hey, Gloria. Let me go find Robert Morton. I'm watching the video now. Sorry, you guys got to give me a sec. I don't see where the basket is. Guess I'm blind. Oh, right in front of you. He throws it in right in front of you too. Oh wow. And he knows it too. He knows it. We may have to show this here in a second, guys. Oh yeah. Especially after the one that he throws so far away, he set you up. Oh, he absolutely set you up. Oh my goodness. Well, that could change. They've got they've got a good percentage. Let me see here. Oh, he set you up. He absolutely set you up. That little turd. I'll call him that. I can call my nephew Jackson a turd. He absolutely set you up. I'm like dead on certain that boy set you up. So let me come over here. Hope you can see this. So here's where the basket is, and here's Jackson over here. So let's play this. Look where he just threw that one.
If you complete the whole process, catch the ball, you don't drop it, you throw and make it in the bucket, I'll give you a $20 bill. Okay?
Falk goes in the box. Maybe we can get a shorty.
Otherwise, it's just a $5 bill if you get it in there. You jerk, Jackson. You jerk. What a jerk. All right, Jackson's got a 20.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is funny. I got to keep that one up. So, let's get back to the game. Jackson, little hustler there. Especially after the one he threw so far off just before that. Right? Where are we at here? So, in this period, I don't even have the shots for this period yet. Minnesota's out shooting the Blues 2-0. Minnesota's on the power play, 1:20 to go. I mean, it was a good throw. I seen him. I was surprised that he threw it so high, but to me, that would probably been a more of a. I think I would have thrown it straight, not so high, because you don't have the control over it. But he nailed it. And the thing is, the throw before it, it was so far off. It was over by the patio. He shocked. He acts like he's shocked that it went in. Third. I don't think everybody will get that reference. That was such a good movie. That was such a good movie. We're just getting manhandled. I know we had the 18 points in the or 18 shots in the first period, but we are getting manhandled this one. not holding? How was that not holding? He had his arm straight up holding his stick. That wasn't lifting the stick. He was straight up holding it. Oh, Zuccarello hit the goalpost. Binnington had Binnington. I mean, there was a good shot, but Binnington did have the angle cut down. Always going the wrong way. They always got their back to the puck. It's so obvious that's so the defensive scheme is so messed up. When they consistently have their back to the puck, and the puck just bounces around them. There's no understanding of where the puck's going to be. It's like, let's not have an offensive system. We're just going to play defensive, and when the offense when it happens in the offense, you just do what you do. Oh, nice little backhand by Torpachenko. Doesn't get through, though. And Pitlick's nowhere to be found when he needs to be there. Yeah, the puck hit Pitlick. Oh, Binnington almost got caught out of the net. Walker played dumb but well right there. Where is everybody? Where is everybody tonight? I know, I'm boring as hell. What the hell? At least I'm here. Big thank you to Craig Moss. Putting them thumbs in the air. Thank you, Craig. Really, really appreciate it, bud. 2 games left after this. Dallas and Dallas. 1 at home, 1 away. That's one off of Spurgeon. That was only going to hit the post. There was no way it was going to go in. screw you. We suck. No, 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 no. Blue hockey. Because they look at them. I mean, everyone's, guys are standing still at the blue line. Binnington makes a good save there. Okay, there's only 3 watching, so I'll be back at the intermission. Well, so much for getting our second period back to a positive. Wow, that was bad. I can see Binnington getting pulled. Wow. We're out shooting them 28-20, but we were outshot that period 12-10, and we're being outscored 4-1. All right? And 3 of the 4 goals came on the special teams. That's bad. It's bad, 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 I say. It's bad, 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 bad. Leroy Brown. Bad as a man in the whole damn town. Bad as old King Kong. And meaner than a junkyard dog. That's not our Blues. They're weak, I say. It's amazing how far this team fell. Right? It is so amazing. I agree. Darkness. I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. I really do. Okay, so you guys, some of you know Bob Morton and our boy Jackson, right? They played a little. Bob was out working with them, helping them catch fly balls and that. So kind of watch this video. This is Jackson here. Bob's over here. There's a bucket of balls right here. That's the pitching machine. At the beginning, kind of keep an eye over to this area.
I'll tell you what.
Now, I see that. He just threw the ball. Now, he's supposed to throw the ball in the bucket.
Catch the ball, you don't drop it, you throw and make it in the bucket, I'll give you a $20 bill. Okay? No. Otherwise, it's just a $5 bill if you get it in there.
There you go. Ball in the air, he catches it, and then he just throws it. He lobs it up there. And right in the bucket. Right in front of Bob. Yeah, that's your boy Jackson. Right in the damn bucket. You got it. I mean, I think he absolutely snookered his dad. Absolutely did. Matt Lowe, I'm with you. I actually think he's got more upside than Hoffer does. And everybody loves Hoffer. I really like this kid. I like what I saw in the preseason from him. I like this poise. I mean, there was a lot of good about him in my eyes. A lot in my eyes. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't see why not put him in. I mean, this season, but I think he's going to get one of the 2 Minnesota Wild games. I didn't say this was going to be an easy win. I don't know who said that. I thought this was a loss all the way around. Yeah, did not think this was going to be an easy win at all. Don't go putting words in my mouth there. I never said that. I never said that. Never in a million years would I have said that. No, I did not. I did not say this was going to be an easy win. It is 4-1. I'm sorry, Ryan. I did not say that this would be an easy win. Did not. Yeah, I guess you are, because I did not. I know for a fact I did not say this. Right? Know for a fact I did not say it. If I said it was an easy win, I said it would be an easy win for the Wild. I'm not sure what you're saying there, bud. I did not say it. Power play goal and then a 3-on-2. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Darkness. I know for a fact that I did not say this was going to be an easy win. There's no way in hell I thought this would be an easy win. No way in hell, Ryan. Where are we at, guys? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I knew I didn't say it. You kind of threw the way you threw that out there. Sorry, hold on. Hey, I thought this was going to be an easy win. The way you put that out there, you put it out like I had said it. So, oh, they did get the playoff spot. That's good to go. I do not know when they'll go on sale. I haven't even seen when the media side of it's gone out yet, so I'm waiting on that. Probably go out probably won't go out until after the finals. Oh, some good today. Yeah, the Cardinals got shut out and then they shut them out. Hey. Who has let St. Louis down? I'll tell you who let St. Louis down. I got to find out what Rutherford put on this. I know he won't put the blame where it needs to go. Okay. Best surprise, there wasn't one. I mean, Cairo, who scored his best, ever, isn't a good, Wow, they're nailing the defense. Instead of understanding what defense is. Yes, it is 4-1 Wild. I think I said that earlier, Jason. Jason not listening to me. Oh, Bruins coming out of I can't see anybody else coming out of these. I think they must be on the West Coast. Back with numbers. Well, let's get with numbers. Here you go. Right? Blues are out shooting them 26-18. We're outshot 12-10 that period, I think, if I said it right. 12-10 that period. Yes, I did say that right. Blues have 41 attempts to 36 for the Wild. Wild have 7 hits to the Blues 4. Kind of a wide open game. Wild have actually they just changed it up. So it's 20, and that makes so 44 attempts for the 44 attempts for the Blues, 38 for the Wild. Wild have 7 hits to the Blues 4. Wild have given it away 6 times. They say the Blues have only given it away once. They've given it away a lot more than that. Blues have 1 takeaway. The Wild have 8. I think they have more than that. Wild have blocked 10 shots. The Blues have blocked 9. Faceoffs are pretty close, 15-18, 55% to 45% in favor of the Wild. What would be your unexpected final this year? Kraken Rangers. No, I think the Devils. I think we saw this coming with the Devils. I really do. I think more, maybe not as good as they were, but I think they saw it coming. I think the Kraken coming out of the West. Right? I don't think anybody thought the Kraken would have been a playoff team this year. Especially since they may have to face, they could end up facing Avalanche in the first round. So that would be it for me. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Darkness. Yeah, I mean, it ain't leading where it matters. Wild haven't turned it over in their D zone 1 time yet, and the Blues have done it 4 already. Let's just hope they play tough. Okay, guys, I'm going to back out. I'll be back somewhere around the halfway point of the third. Well, the Wild take it 5-3. At least the Blues made it a game. It was 4-3. Coming down late was that last goal an empty netter? Nope, even strength. Let me see. Was it an empty netter? I kind of didn't see. I had my head turned down. It happened. No, it was an empty netter, so I didn't see how it happened. But 8-3-2 since trades. Who really won? Jason, I'm not going. I can't go there, bud. I see what you're saying, but I can't go there. Right? I really just can't go there. Well, hopefully City Soccer has a better one. I don't know how late I'll stay. I'll see it. Right now, it's just Janny and Jason watching me. So maybe one other one. I don't know. We'll see. I'll stay on for a few minutes or so. It is what it is. It's a loss. They played hard. They got it back to where they needed to, and just couldn't get it done when they needed to get it done. What am I going to say? That is what it is. See if anybody shows up here in the last few minutes or so. City SG should just be starting, right? Looks like that's the City SC game's just now starting. And I may be able to watch it. Yay, me. We'll see. Well, let's see if they can get the third one. Where do we have in shots? Let's look at the stats here real quick. Well, in the third period, we outshot them 12-9, so we outshot them 40-29. Wow. Just couldn't get it all in. Special teams. That's what it's all about. They didn't make any. They didn't make any mistakes. They only had 2 penalties in the entire game. Fogalino got them both, and we had 4 of them, and they all cost us. Try to turn the volume down on that a little bit. I can only do the home team. Can't do the away team. But it is what it is. Hey, it looks like it's going to let me play it, though. I don't have that. I didn't have the season pass, so maybe this is the free one. I'm not sure. We'll see. Put that on. I might watch a little bit of it. We'll see. Oh, yeah, Seattle is going to be tough. Florida? I thought they were in the playoffs. Or at least not in it, like really close to being in it. Hold on. Let me check. Let me double check. I do. I think Florida. Yeah, Florida's pretty much in. I don't know. They could get bounced out. There's 3 teams vying for 2 spots. Florida, the Islanders, and Pittsburgh. They're all right there. And even Buffalo, because Buffalo 95. Yeah, Buffalo could still sneak in there. Right? They got to win their remaining games, but. Yeah, Buffalo could sneak in there. I just think it's funny that Toronto and Tampa Bay are locked in. Right? Neither one of them are going anywhere. They're playing each other no matter what. Wow. Let's see here. What else we got? Florida, I think, is going to be a matchup to me. You know, matching up against Carolina, maybe, but matching up against Boston, no way. I don't see it, AC. I mean, it could, but I just don't. I don't think this Boston team is like. They're not like other teams that have done this. You know, they are a well-rounded team. There's no one doing anything like super fantastic or, you know, like when Florida did Kucherov leading everybody in points and, you know, all these other things. Florida's just the Bruins are just doing what they got to do every game, right? And that's how I feel about it. Well, guys, thanks for watching. There's only 2 watching you. I will be back. Love you. See you in a couple of days. Aloha.
To all Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!